Boom. I did it. I started recording. We're officially casting the DemoBowl Finals Season 5, Satinel versus DeGrant. And for some reason, which I've yet to understand, we're having a mirror match.
One of these guys, I really want to win. And the other one, I want to lose to the other guy.
Yeah, I think that seems fair. I think it's undeniably at this point, the undead team's going to win. I don't want to spoil it and say which one, but
I think the undead team's going to lose.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you know what? We should do a quick countdown, resume this game, and get into it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, now. Here we go. And we're in the game, and I've pressed G and N.
Same.
Do you want to cover Satinel's stuffing the Shallot box? And I'll try and do the same afterwards with the Grants?
Yes.
No, actually, Satinel's team is Spaghetti Westerns.
I'll do that one then.
Do that one.
There is a block mummy, number 1. The food, the bad, and the ugly, which I think is where this theme started.
Yes.
And then there's a guard mummy, like regular, the crazy brunch, a fistful of donners, a mighty blow white, there's a tackle white. There is a wrestle ghoul, a block sure hands ghoul, a block sidestep ghoul, and just a regular block ghoul.
Yeah. So the issue we noted pretty early when we were looking at the rosters for these teams is that not only are they both undead, they're also both kind of food themed. So stuffing the Shallot box, which is the Grant's team, has 2 guard mummies, 1 tackle white and 1 mighty blow white. The mighty blow white is number 4. Get out the oats. And then what do we have? Well, we have a probably ball carrying goal, blodge sidestep, hanging pad tie, and then we have a frenzy blitzing goal, blodge frenzy, and actually there's an actual ball carrier with blodge and sure hands, number 8, chicken super pack. And there's a skeleton with dirty player, Ethan.
Yeah. That's a difference between the teams, and also stuffing the Shallot box has 1 more player, I believe.
Yes, I think that's
he
true.
He has 1 more zombie.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the teams are identical in their makeup.
Yeah. So it's going to be kind of difficult to keep track, I think, possibly. But currently, the team at the bottom of my screen, that is the Grants stuffing the Shallot box. And up here, we have Spaghetti Westerns. Luckily, Cyanide decided that Undead, they're a team that doesn't need much color in their team coloring. So, I mean, one of them's like gray and the other one's orangey. But they kind of look the same, don't they? They do. The team values of the 2 teams are stuffing the Shallot box, 1450, and Spaghetti Westerns 1390, according to the rosters I have, which means that at most there should be 1 Blunderweiserbabe in inducements, unless, and it's very possible that this has happened, either of the coaches added money from their kitty, because they came into this with a pretty big treasury. Satinel's rolling around with 250k and the Grant with 430. But since they're so close, if they actually buy something, they're essentially giving the same thing away to their opponents. So I'm sure there might be some people in chat that knows if there were any inducements, but currently we can't really find out unless someone knows. Okay, so what's happened so far? Well, stuffing the Shallot box has, well, actually managed to, you know what? I'm going to turn names off and turn positionals on again. Knock down one of the mummies and a zombie. That's not too bad. What's going on here? Mummy versus mummy. Defender stumbles. That should be good enough. So clearing the LOS here. Not really sure what the plan is for either undead team. Because, I mean, they have a few fast pieces. So, like, This is since it's a mirror match, no one's going to outrun the other one.
The plan is don't let too many bits fall off,
Mm-hmm.
and get the ball in the other guy's end bit,
Oh,
his
right,
end
yeah.
hole,
And that makes sense.
and don't let him put his ball in your end hole.
You should never do that anyways. Okay, so that's just to push attacker down. That's not going to be enough to knock down the skeleton, which has nothing. Mean white. That's the white that's supposed to hurt people. And I guess that's why he went for the skeleton to get it out quickly. Armor value 7.
Yep.
Should be easy to make the hurts. But we'll see. Yeah, so pretty... Seems like with this setup, I don't think TheGrant is going to go anywhere. No, he's keeping the ball far back. I don't think Satinel can even get over there if he wanted to. He might be able to with this goal, possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, no. It's tricky.
They're even on... Oh, no, they're not even on block players.
They're not?
They're
Tell
not
me
even
more.
on block players. Mummy,
That's right.
3 goals, and
Yeah.
the skeleton,
Mm-hmm.
and then another one with wrestle, which is like, that's almost as good against an undead team.
I would say if you're the only team that has a wrestle and both teams have a bit of block, that's really good. Especially if you're going up against a blodge ball carrier. Wrestle helps out a lot.
Tackle
He does have...
advantage is definitely in one team's hands, though.
Yeah, I think TheGrant has 2 tackle, right? Whereas Satinel only has 1.
Yeah.
So both of TheGrant's whites have tackle, whereas it's just this one, Man of the Feast, that has it on Satinel's side. Satinel seems to be... hang on. I wonder if there's a better way to differentiate here. I don't think so. I think we're kind of stuck with me having to click on a lot of pieces. And need to remember, if you want a quick reference to which team is which, you can only check the helmet and the side checkered flag on the portraits when I'm clicking, and it should tell you, because that actually follows team colors as well. But yeah, so Satinel using his blitz up at the top here probably means he wants to get rid of this mighty blow tackle piece. But also, oh, and he did! Wow, that is a good start. Unfortunately, get out... Yeah.
Oh, I lost the point in strength. That would have been really good if you just murdered that poor man.
Yeah, that dude would have been dead.
But yeah, six blocks or equivalent as skill ups. So, and the wrestle compared to only 3, and then they get their whites, which have it for free. But I think the mummy the block mummy is going to be important as well as like the block lineman.
Yeah. Now the Grant managed to knock down the block mummy on the first turn, but it's just so strong. Especially they do have a lot of rerolls, so but you don't really want to wait. You don't want to be unlucky and waste it on something like that if you don't have to. Attacker down. That's not a good start. Rerolled into a push with the frenzy, and then defender down, both down. So the skeleton finally goes down thanks to TheGrant's Blodge Frenzy ghoul. Too close to the to cauliflower. And the ball is moved up because this skeleton here got stunned, so he's not going to do anything next turn. But it seems like we're probably gonna have to try and bash this out, I think. Losing that white that early is probably... it's difficult, because on the one hand, the white regen, so he's coming back, which is, I mean, that's fine. Defender stumbles push, that knocks that white down. So that's fine, but only having 1 white, and especially a mighty blow tackle white. Now, both teams have 4 ghouls. So they still have the mobility, but at the moment, the Satinel is slightly faster in that he has 2 whites. So we'll see how the positioning goes here, because it's clear that Satinel is... Well, actually, I say that and just mistook one of the ghouls. It's actually the Grant that runs one of the ghouls forward into scoring position here. So it's going to be interesting to see what Satinel does about that. The Grant also has 2... a zombie and a skeleton here just to block the cage off even further. This ghoul could run around if he wanted to, but well, it's a long way to run. That's me yawning, but I had some tea, so I'm fine.
Very rude about this game, just because they're dead and loving it.
Oh, well.
Starring Leslie Nielsen. Theaters near you.
I don't even remember. I can't remember if that's bad good or just bad. But I mean, how can it be bad when it's Leslie Nielsen?
I think it's bad good, but on purpose. Because it's by that guy who does that. You know, the one.
Yeah, the thing he does, right, yeah. Oh, here we go. And Satinel is trying his best to get rid of both the whites. Unfortunately, this time it didn't work out as well. Because, I mean, they both have tackles, so his ghouls do not like them. It's also a pretty ballsy move to blitz in with your own mummy hanging out next to the Grant's mummies, considering they both have guard. But it seems like Satinel's okay with just piling in the players here and surrounding the mummies, which kind of makes sense because it kind of means that the ball carrier on the Grant's side is kind of stuck here. Like, the mummies and the zombies, they're not going anywhere here. The ghouls could possibly run around, but they're not going to get far enough away from the other ghouls. It's also interesting to see that Satinel does not care about this this ghoul in the back here. I don't think it's going to happen, but, like, just in theory, it is possible for the Grant to just knock down this white man of the feast and then just run past and pass to the other ghoul and score. But on the other hand, maybe that's... Oh! That is a KO'd mummy. And that's the block mummy. That's not
big.
good.
Like, losing an equivalent piece is bad, but when, like, that was a special piece, and the other guy has... Now he's got a guard piece over you. That's really bad.
Yeah. You could make the argument that that's one of Satinel's, if not the best, but it's definitely one of the best pieces he has on this team. Just because block on a mummy, of course, isn't... You can't get it normally. It's a double roll. So getting it as a first level up, it's really good. But yeah, that's unfortunate. And of course... Oh, and another KO. Now, that's just a skeleton with block, so perhaps that's not going to sting as much. And there is an extra skeleton here anyways. But that means that if both of these pieces stay out after this drive, Satinel's going to be down to 10 players.
This is getting a bit...
Yeah.
A bit pushy.
Yeah. And I think the Grant's pretty pleased with that turn. Deciding not to try and push through the side and do the pass to the ghoul, because at this point, well, he's got the strength advantage again. So why try and score early when you can just drag it out? Okay, and white stands up, and that's a both down push. That is not going to be good enough for that zombie. Leaving the mummies in base contact, though. We'll see what happens. Oh. Attacker down, defender stumbles. I think that's a 2 dice against, yeah. I was confused for a second if it'd been a turnover, but no, the Grant decided to use the block zombie and throw two dice uphill against Satinel's other mummy, and it didn't work out. So Satinel taking some extra time starting out, just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Getting the zombie in, so you can do that early mummy block, because if this mummy is removed or pushed back, it opens up for a fistful of donors to actually blitz the front of the cage on either the skeleton or something else. But it's gonna be a 1-die block regardless. Oh, going for... No, actually, I am I'm once again mistaking the ghouls here on the side. Both of these, of course, are spaghetti western ghouls.
I'll say.
Yeah. So they can definitely get into this cage. That is a both down and a push. Going for the block means that no one's actually going to base that ghoul.
Is that what a cage made of trolls is? Is it a cave?
Yes. Agreed.
Also, I was going to say you can tell they're spaghetti western ghouls by their hats, but there's no hats in this game. So, Cyanide, if anybody's watching, Pop 2.
Yeah.
Cowboy hats?
Add the hats.
Cowboy hat?
Where's our cosmetics?
Cowboy hat?
I need to dress up my pretty little men.
But only when they like earned a helmet.
Exactly. Like, you leveled up, you get a helmet.
Yeah, you leveled up instead of just some more spikes on your head. Cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and once you get to level 6, you get some cool-ass shades.
Yeah. Which is weird on, like, the Beast of Urkel.
Well, actually, no. I think it should be contextual. So you only get a cool pair of shades if you injure a vampire.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, oh, you killed a mummy. Well, here, have some dust, I guess.
But they're treated with magical energy so as to not actually block the sun's rays.
Yeah.
So you're still affected by weather. So there's no pay to win. There we did it.
We fixed it. We solved it.
And
as Ethan has pointed out before, but I don't think you did it after I've started recording. Of course, our views on Blood Bowl 2 is probably the same as Cyanide's, but we can't be sure, so, you know.
We just gotta say that they do not reflect the views or opinions of anyone.
Well, except us.
No, not even that sometimes.
No, that's actually true. Possibly, sometimes we agree with ourselves.
Possibly, sometimes we say something and then it gets too real.
Yeah, and then we go, nope. But luckily, we have an emergency feature. If something gets too real, I just say I hate anime, and then you try and convince me that I don't. I hate anime. It's horrible. Oh, that's both down, both down. You don't.
cKnoor.
You don't want that if you're a mummy. Rerolled into a push attacker down, so that was almost a turnover against DeGrant, and that was. I'm so proud that the thing I talked about actually happened. So you know. It's like I played this game before, he said smugly.
I think it's more like you watched this replay before.
Yeah, I've been practicing.
Scumbag.
Listen to my authentic reaction. Wow.
He's on the edge.
And remember that this skeleton here, that's still Satinel's skeleton. Interesting that DeGrant went this way. He felt like he had to move. So he did. He can't go very far here, and there are still some... There's a white and a ghoul, and they're staying put. They're not going anywhere because the mummy's already blitzed. And the easiest way to get rid of this mummy is, of course, to blitz with... for Satinel to blitz with his mummy. But unfortunately, the Grant was like, nope, I don't really want that to happen. Here, punch this ghoul instead. So, you know, that's the thing. Yeah, Thirsty agrees. Oh, what? Hanging. Okay. Moving the ghoul. I think the ghoul is still in scoring position here. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with a GFI, that ghoul can score next turn. Ghoul probably moved up to remove this or to add a tackle zone here because going against the mummy. Of course, there are now currently. If the white blocks, it's a strength 4, and the mummy's got 5. So he needs 2 assists to get 2 dice, which you probably want. But that means moving the ghoul and the zombie into range of the mummy here. Oh. Attacker down, both down. Reroll. Push attacker down. The same thing that happened to TheGrant then happens to Satinel. The mummies just love both downs, apparently. If only the block mummy had been around. That would have helped out. And that, well, actually, kind of means that this ghoul is stuck. Well, the ghoul can always dodge away or can get blocked free, but that would be a 1-die block here from a Fistful of Donners. So yeah, it seems like they're going to try and take down the mummy instead.
I just hope that mummy comes back.
But it's a push. That's not good enough if you want to kill a mummy. So difficult times. Oh. And that's a skull on the 1-die block. Not a good turn for Satinel. Okay, so, well, luckily the teams aren't. I mean, I feel like if you're gonna cast a game and it's a mirror match, what you don't want are 2 teams that don't have much team color on their miniatures. And preferably, you don't want all of them standing around in the same scrum. So, I'm glad that's not happening in this game, is what I'm saying. But, I feel like possibly, they're kind of playing pretty quickly. Which is a thing. After that horrendous turn for Satinel, I think things might be happening here now. And that's the Frenzy Ghoul, isn't it? Yes! We're going to see a surf. Yep. That dude surfed. Oh! And that's a badly hurt. On the ghoul. And ghouls, of course. Where's that ghoul? Where is he? He's over here at some point. Yep. Ghouls don't have regen, so if you hurt a ghoul, they're out. Out, out, out. So things are looking better and better for Satinel. I mean, TheGrant. Satinel had a good start with getting rid of the white, but then things kind of went downhill.
One of these food team undeads are having a good time.
The other one's making me slightly hungry. I can't stop thinking about a fistful of Donners.
I do not want to be kissing baby back ribs.
No. Also, a fistful of Donners isn't that much Donner. If we're talking about kebab.
It's certainly not enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's actually kind of a. It's not the biggest portion. I mean, it's okay. But you don't go into a restaurant and I'm like, I'm famished. Give me a fistful of Donner so I can go home and feel content. That's you need like at least 2 fistfuls for that. But I guess 2 fistfuls of fistfuls of Donner doesn't really have the same ring to it. Oh, and this turn 5, Dead Ramen Ride stands up and moves 2 squares after having been on the pitch for 3 turns, or lying down on the pitch for 3 turns. For a few Donners more, that would have worked.
Always.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say my favorite pizza place, but a pizza. Oh no! The bad rolls keep happening for Satinel. The dodge away results in a snake eye, and that's a turnover again.
This is classic Satinel bullshit.
Satinel rolling badly. Let's see, what does he have up here? Like, this ghoul actually has a straight path to run down if he wants to. And then this mummy could probably clear it, at least push the white away, and then the frenzy ghoul's freed up as well. That's not gonna be fun if you're Satinel. On the other hand, if the ghoul does run up, that means he's leaving the mummies and his zombie friends at the back of the pitch. And while it looks like TheGrant has more ghouls around, it might actually even it out a bit. So we might see TheGrant stay put for a while longer. On the other hand, it's turn 6. And so if he stays put now, he has to move next turn. We'll see what happens. That's a defender stumbles, both down pushed. That's enough to bring down that right. Then follows up to hang out next to his mummy friend. That's a push attacker down. That's not good enough. It's a push to defender stumbles. That's also not good enough. Except, well, the hanging pad tie has enough movement to run away. But yeah, both of these ghouls are Satinel's ghouls. That's an and he is not knocking these pieces down. It is going to be, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the Blodge Shorehand Skull is probably the easiest currently dodge out. The Dodge Wrestle Ghoul is a better candidate to blitz, but it's going to have a much harder dodge. It's a 4+ into a 3+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's kind of difficult to do. So we'll see what happens. Whoops, I don't want to do that.
Well, I gotta link a picture.
Wow.
To the chat.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. That's a defender down and a push. That's probably what that mummy wants to do to that zombie. That's a good start. That's clearing away one of the tackle zones. Mighty blow. Okay, so finally.
Is Satinel finally going against his usual plan of rolling bad?
Well, it happened to a zombie, so I think it's still on track for, like, if you want to compare it to how good you could roll. Let's see, is this actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh, that's, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult, but it's doable. Let's see. Does this ghoul? Yeah, the frenzy ghoul does not have sidestep. So as long as Satinel manages to at least push him. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Defender down, so knocks down this ghoul, the frenzy ghoul. Nothing happens to it because Satinel does not want to roll well.
And, 7 armor.
But he's not basing the pieces here. I'm wondering what the plan is. To be honest. Like, the wrestle piece can, if he manages to make this dodge, probably just go stand next to the ghoul. It would have been, to be fair, it would have been very difficult to actually blitz with the wrestled ghoul and get the... Oh, that... Well, okay, yeah, so Satinel's on track for rolling badly again. It's actually kind of interesting to see. He still has two out of 3 rerolls left, and that's because he's been failing the dodges, which he already had rerolls to. So this is pretty much, if DeGrant wants to, he can just run this in. But he probably wants to stall out for turn 8. Now, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this ghoul, my name is Shanghai Sloppy Joe, and Hell Burritos can actually reach the whole pitch. So what if the Grant manages to push this ghouls away and down, then he can go stand wherever he wants. He's doing the safe thing and making sure he gets the touchdown. It does, if I remember my turn counter correctly, give Satinel 2 turns to try and even this half. And look at that zombie.
I think that's the mummy back.
Oh, you're ahead of me. Yes, that is the mummy back.
I will pause at 155.
Okay, I will do a countdown when I am at 155. 57, 56, 55.
Hell yeah.
Quick recap. Ghoul, of course, and Block Skeleton out for Spaghetti Westerns. Whereas on stuffing the Shallot box, we only have a Block Zombie out. But both of the mummies are back for Satinel. So he's probably pretty pleased about that. Getting a ghoul badly hurt, of course, isn't fun, but out of the 3 positionals, he's got more ghouls, basically.
And ghouls are important.
Yes.
Because they're the fast guys here, and if you are lacking fast guys, no good. Like, the whites can keep up to them, but they're probably dealing with other things.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. What Satinel's game plan is, because he can pretty much, like, it's very unlikely that the Grant is going to steal the ball and have time to score, because he only has 1 turn left. So we'll probably see a pass play of some kind, especially considering Satinel still has 2 rerolls, so he's got a reroll for each turn. Pretty wide back line here. I think the Grant is expecting Satinel to blitz. It's just a question of who he's going to go for. It seems like I would probably go for... There's a surprising lack of guard on these 2 teams. But yeah, going for the white here might actually be better than the ghoul, because the ghoul has blodge, sure hand, so it's harder to knock down. On the other hand, Satinel does have a white with tackle, which of course means he doesn't care about dodge. So we'll see what happens. He's keeping 2 of the... Can this be right? Let's see. How many players does he actually have on the pitch currently? He's got 3. So he's got 10 in total because he's missing 2. So he had 12, right? Yes. Yes, he did. So he's down to 10. How many players did TheGrant have? He also had 12.
No,
he's
he's got one more.
Does he? Are you sure? Because Satinel has.
I guess not.
No, I think that I see 4 empty spaces on both rosters.
Yeah, I guess they're the same then. Who's the extra guy? Oh, 3 skeletons versus 2 skeleton, 2 zombie. Yeah, okay.
So we were possibly slightly wrong earlier, but mostly we were correct all the way.
But again, views and opinions don't reflect.
Exactly. Yes.
And that one did not reflect us.
No, it's not. It's not our view nor opinion that either team has more players than the other team. Okay, so that's a pretty okay scatter for Satinel in the sense that he can pick it up and be pretty much back to the same line he was before, or he can choose to stay further back and TheGrant can't really reach him. We'll see what. Oh, yep. So he's going for the goal here on the side. Let's see what happens. That's not knocking down a goal. That's doing the opposite. So that's 4 movements. So the white has 2 more squares he can go, which is difficult because you don't want to be base someone if you can help it when you're trying to score. But also rerolls are scary. Luckily, no, actually, where is he? There's the frenzy piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So TheGrant's frenzy piece can, if I did my math right, actually can frenzy someone off the pitch with 2 GFIs. And that's an attacker down and a push. That's not hurting anyone. That is freeing up the skeleton though, and I'm unsure why what Satinel's plan is with the skeleton, because he could have pushed to the side and then had another chance to block. Well, that's yeah. So he's tying up a white and a zombie. I think that's pretty fair, and that's a push again, and a follow up. So it looks like Satinel's going to sacrifice some pieces here just to make sure that TheGrant is going to have a harder time trying to get to this white and this goal. And then we'll have to see what happens where the ball ends up, basically. Oh, that is.
Well, the only piece Satinel threw under the bus was the dice, and that's why they're cursing him right now.
Mm-hmm. Don't throw your dice on the bus, people. It's no good.
Makes him not roll very well.
Yep. I mean, he's still. Assuming he picks it up next turn, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he can do a handoff to either the ghoul or a fistful of donors over here, the white, and then that piece can run forward and do a pass to either of these pieces. So a touchdown is still it's doable.
Yeah, it's still possible, and then they go into the second half all even.
Mm-hmm. But before that happens, TheGrant's going to throw a bunch of blocks, probably. And he's better at it. Because he gets one of these defender downs, and he actually badly hurts pieces. That's a failed regen. So, the strip ball ghoul has decided to base the man of the feast white. Oh, and here we go. We're gonna... Nope. Attacker down, both down. That is actually pretty disastrous in a sense, because it means even with just a push, it would have based the other, the hell burritos over here next to Man of the Feast. Now, of course, DeGrant still has... Well, actually, he doesn't. He doesn't have a free piece. This ghoul can probably dodge out and base Satinel's ghoul, but he doesn't actually have as many pieces as he probably hoped. Well, he freed up this zombie, so this zombie can now hobble down over here and actually put a tackle zone on the ball. Yep. Well, not on the ball, but on the possible ball holder.
The carrier.
Well, that's another word for it, yes. But they might still have some moves up their sleeve. If only Frenzy. Such a good skill.
Yeah. Like when it's not on every member of your team, it's pretty good, right?
Well, I mean, even if it's on every member of your team, it's both horrible and good at that point, but still partly good.
Come on, Satinel, you can do it.
Come on, make it happen. Do the sick play. I made one just last Sunday. I actually made two really sick plays that shouldn't be made. But that was with Amazons, and they're, as you know, 6-3-3-7, so they're a lot more agile than Satinel 7-3-3-7.
And also much tougher.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is like... Yeah. I think he's debating here what he can do. One of his options is to use the Man of the Feast and just blitz, but dodge out, and then clear off the zombie here. And then go... stand next to the ghoul. And then use a fist in the pie to knock that ghoul down. But I don't think... yeah, or he could do that. Oh, that's a... Okay, he
pushed him.
Yeah, well, he didn't fail his GFI, and I think that's the important bit.
Is that where you want to push him, though?
Yeah, well... I'm not sure why he didn't follow up. Because I thought he tried to push him to get out of the way for the white to run through.
Yeah, yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah, fist in the pie moves, and then he's got that nice little...
This white can 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7,
To the
8.
Donna man? Oh. Well,
Oh.
big old one on that
Oh.
ball catching right there.
Yeah. But I think
He's
the
got a
plan...
fistful of Donnas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a
Can't
fistful
catch
of
the
ball.
ball. Yeah. No, but I think the plan was to... I didn't see if he was... hand off, and then run the white down, and then pass. And then run in and score. Which was a solid move, and that guy does not want to come back from his KO box. He's just like, nope, I am fine right here. You know what? Things aren't looking great for Satinel at the moment. But at least it's non-essential players that have been knocked out. But he is down to 9 pieces, which is not great when the other player has 10. I mean 11. which is 1 more than 10, so that's a lot. We're currently watching. We have Satinel at the bottom and TheGrant at the top. Oh no, Ethan, my tea's cold.
Well,
I have to go get new tea. But I can't because we're casting this game.
You gotta wait.
Yeah. I'm not good at waiting when it comes to tea.
Unfortunately, your chance was during the halftime show.
It's so short.
Well, that's why you gotta be prepared.
Yeah, I wish I was. I wish I was, but I wasn't. I was not prepared for this, Ethan. So, and +2 Bloodweiser babes. That means someone spent money on babes. And that someone is Spaghetti Westerns. Oh, and Satinel has 2. That means that yeah, so they only stay out on a 1.
Yeah. He's good at ones.
Yeah. I don't actually know if Satinel is rolling really badly, but just because we started talking about it, you notice when he rolls badly.
I don't know if he's rolling badly, but every time we seem to look, he's rolling badly.
Yeah.
Every time you roll badly, we look.
Yeah, I'm not paying it.
Guy.
Yeah, I am not paying attention to TheGrant's dice at the moment.
That's because he scored. He's winning. Doesn't matter what he rolls.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Oh.
A blizzard.
Oh.
Fistful of donuts. Dropped him. Picked up the ball finally.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, this is a slightly controversial opinion, of course, but I still feel like a Fistful of Donner is probably MVP. Oh, and a stun mummy.
Oh, look how blue it is for me. Holy shit.
Yeah, welcome to Bloomingdale's.
Luckily, these guys don't feel the cold. That's a common trait of the undead, is they do not mind the cold.
Yeah. It's because, well, they're cold-blooded, so
they're dead as heck.
All they do is have put a snake in the fridge and he calms down. Doesn't wanna be aggressive because he's cold. Put a snake on a barbecue and it's gonna be real mad, real angry. And now I haven't met undead, nor have I talked to a snake, but I would assume it's kind of the same thing. But once again, our opinions are of course our own and not Cyanide's or Focus Interactive. We do not know what their opinions on snakes nor cold-blooded mammals are. A snake, of course, not a mammal. Snake lays eggs. So, yeah. That kind of exhausted my biology there.
Being cold-blooded means that you cannot regulate your blood temperature through homeostasis.
There we go. I think we all learned something here today.
On the rare occasions that a crocodile or alligator or other cold-blooded creature gets sick, like even slightly, it often murders them because they cannot fight or compete for good sunspots to give them enough energy to eat or do anything. And there you go. Echidnas lay eggs. Platypus lay eggs. They're mammals.
Yeah. And I think that's why crocodiles are so deadly, because they're always really healthy.
Yeah, they're always charged with the power of the sun.
Yeah. Or dead. Healthy or dead.
Yeah, healthy dead.
Whereas I'm always neither of those things.
But you can also live indoors.
That's true. I can. So, pros and cons. Well, mostly pros, actually.
Mostly pros.
Mostly.
You can own a cat. Have you seen a crocodile own a cat? No.
Nope. Haven't.
You know why though?
Yeah, well,
Keep all their cats in bowls away from prying eyes.
no, it's because crocodiles are allergic to fur.
Nah, I don't think that's true.
Well, have you seen a crocodile with like a fur coat?
I see them eat things with fur.
Yeah, but that's because they're like,
a crocodile esophagus is ribbed like a vacuum cleaner hose.
well, isn't that because it's easier to bend them then?
It's so it doesn't. No, it's esophagus. It's windpipe. It's so it can move out the way and also doesn't get crushed because they swallow their food in great big lumps. And if they didn't have a windpipe that was like difficult to crush, they'd just choke and die. Makes you think.
Crocodiles die from so many things. Well, not choking anymore, but before they invented that bit.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh no, I can't eat this. I'm gonna die.
It's like, oh,
I'm like, well, I'm hungry.
big.
Yeah.
Can't even have some soup or nothing.
No.
When you got the alarms, can't get the spoon to their mouth.
Also, good thing about humans versus crocodiles is that the resting position for our mouth isn't wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Oh, here we go. Defender stumbles. Nope. Nothing happened. It's actually okay. I'm gonna click on some of these and actually try and figure out what's going on here. So. That's DeGrant.
He's got a lot of players so far.
Yeah, he's got a lot of players. Satinel has most of his players here in the middle. Oh. I'm not really sure what... Oh, that... This is not where he wants to be. Really. Circle 9 points out that humans can run in zigzags, which is pretty rad if you think about it.
Crocodiles have 3 gears.
Forward, reverse, and up.
They've got crawl on belly.
Mm-hmm.
Where they drag their stomach along. They have raised themselves up slightly.
Yeah.
And walk with just feet and gallop.
So essentially, they... How many gears do humans have?
Like 1 million.
Yeah. Like, so normal one's just walking. Second most normal, scooting along the floor on your bum. I think that's the...
I'm going to see if I can find a crocodile galloping.
Falling
really
down?
Funny.
Possibly.
It's really funny the way they move. You're like, wow, they run like a shitty dog.
You know what? Satinel's turn is over. He does have his mummies hanging out in his cage. I'm unsure what his plan is right now, but it seems like he's gonna try and hang out until... Oh! Attacker down, reroll to push defender down. That's unfortunate. And another KO'd zombie. Which is not what Satinel wants. But TheGrant is down a reroll, so that's a good thing. This is, well... We'll see what's going on here. Because on the left-hand side here, TheGrant is... Actually, comparatively, he's pretty weak. Because, well, he doesn't have a mummy, essentially, yet. But it's possible that he's able to run away. Well, I mean, it's unlikely because we have 3 goals here in the back. But he can probably move to the left-hand side. Oh, and here comes the blitz. That's a push and a both down, and that mummy does not want that push to both down to happen. So he's just going to push. Oh, well, this is like watching elves play elf screening, but at the same time base the cage. Okay, spaghetti western, come on, break out of this cage. You can possibly do it if you possibly try. Oh. That is a blitz. And that's a defender down. That ghoul is going to get knocked down. Let's see where the ghoul ends up. Oh,
on the floor.
On the floor, but once again, nothing happened because Satinel doesn't like rolling more than 3 or 4 on his armor values. Pushed both down. Well, that's good enough. How did they get 2 dice on that? Oh, there's a skeleton here that I missed. Sneakily hanging out. And that's a... After a dub skull, it's a defender down both, and a defender stumbles. And that means that white's knocked down too. Unfortunately, I don't know how far Satinel can make it. But I don't think he managed
all the way.
All the way to the end zone.
He's currently halfway there.
He's just got to hold on to what he's got. But is this mummy just going to not block the skeleton?
He's got to block the skeleton. Come on.
He's got to block the skeleton.
Bop him with your big dusty hands.
Oh no, he's bopping the white. Had he bopped the skeleton, that skeleton would have been on the ground.
Yep. Block would have got him.
Mm-hmm. Classic mistake move, not blocking with the block on the non-block. But let's not forget, it's still a blizzard, which means no one can actually... Well, they can GFI, but you GFI in a 3+ rather than a 2+. So it's actually much harder. That's a defender down on that mummy. That's... it might hurt. Nope. But... Oh, oof. Someone's going to get fouled. Because I'm pretty sure Tex-Mex Scandal can't actually not foul at this point because it's so good. He might wait compelled. Though. Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
The power of Nurgle compels him.
Stick your awful bony foot in.
Well, the problem is he might not want to do it straight away. He might want to try and do a blitz or some other things first. Okay, yeah, wow. So he's not fouling with the skeleton. I don't think he's going to foul with anyone. Well, I don't think he's fouling. That's a dodge move. I'm kind of surprised because I didn't think Satinel could have even if the turn ended there. I don't think Satinel could really have capitalized too much.
Yeah.
And that is the block mummy again, and we know the block mummy loves being KO'd. Gary Mandarin Oranges moving up. Oh, that's a dodge out and running away. Wow, that's a very defensive screen.
A dodge run away end turn? You're not even going to get a turnover?
Wow.
If you don't get in turnovers every turn in the grand finals, not trying hard enough. I think that's what that means.
Not playing to win.
Mm-hmm.
Please, you guys, play to win. Or when we talk about it in short form, plufve. Plutve. Well, Satinel keeps shoving people backwards, so that's fun for him. Unfortunately, there are two stinking mummies here that are just hanging out, making life miserable for this cool guard cagey thing that's happening here. Oh, I can't believe... Oh. Oh. Someone decided to move up and actually base a zombie with a bolt carrier. That's a pretty ballsy move. Attack her down and push. That's not what you want to see. And that is all... Well... I guess the wrestle is the best as he could have hoped for, probably. We'll see how many more people he can get away from here. Because the mummy's hanging out here is actually... If he can just move up one or more squares, then that's actually kind of good. Well, good is the wrong word, but... for Satinel to be able to keep the Grant's mummies on the LOS, spending just 2 pieces. That is... Oh, that's a reroll into what? Into what? Tell me, Cyanide. Into block... Ooh. Into both down defender stumbles. That was hashtag worth. Then... That was actually pretty... That was good. It's good. It's good, Ethan. Unfortunately, this mummy's going to get punched.
It's unfortunate for somebody.
Yeah, well, we did predict at the start of the game that Undead was going to win. Well, I predicted that, and you predicted that they were going to lose. And you know what? At the moment, both teams seems equally likely.
Yeah. 50-50.
Defender stumbles both down. That mummy is going to get knocked back. Over here. Boom. That was... Actually, that was... I'm not going to say, like... It was... Out of the results that are not pushed back, I mean... No, actually, this is the worst case scenario. But... The point I was trying to make is that DeGrant didn't actually get... Other than knocking down the mummy, he didn't get much out of knocking down the mummy, because his mobility is still hampered by this ghoul here and this mummy here. The fact that the mummy moved back one meant that there was just... Like, there's not that much room around here, is what I'm trying to say. But it seems like we might see some more mummy blocks. But we'll probably see chicken super packs get do a block first, and that's a defender down. That's good enough. That means my name is Shanghai Sloppy Joe is going to get knocked back, and now we can see a block on the mummy, which is push attacker down, and that's just not good enough, really. It is a pretty solid line here of undead. Yeah, just hanging out.
This is, I think this is what West Side Story was like.
Mm-hmm. But I think you have more thumb snapping.
It's
finger snapping.
It's difficult when you just...
Well, if you got a fistful of donors, it's extra difficult. And a ball. And, like you said, fingers just falling off. So, oh, moving a zombie back. Does that change anything? I don't think so. But I guess we'll find out shortly. How are we... Okay, so Satinel has four pieces out of 12 out, so he's down to 8. Oh, and the dodge. Whose goal is this? This is Satinel's goal. Oh, hey! Someone did not fail a dodge. I guess. And a gentle push backwards. And then what? Wow. And these are the times when you don't want to see these push. You're just cranky because it's not going that well, even though you're holding on to the ball, and your mummies are refusing to just hurt something.
Especially because one of them's got block.
Yeah.
He's more likely to hurt someone than any other mummy.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is happening to him.
Just not good enough. Confirmed not great. Could make a hashtag out of that.
I don't know about that.
Well, it wouldn't be a good hashtag. I'm just saying you could. If you were into theorizing about hashtags. Well, you know what? I feel like the game has slowed down a bit. It was quicker in the first half, when everyone was cheerful and things were looking good.
Yeah, now it's snowing and they're just standing here looking at each other.
Yeah. And Spaghetti Western's like, why are we even doing this? We could be dead right now. Instead, we're on the snowy pitch. Currently, the ball is not very secure at all. Satinel's pieces is this one, this one, this one, that one, not that one, not these two, not that one, but this one. These mummies are Satinel's, and pretty much everything else over here is DeGrant's. So basically, okay. That's a 2 into a 1 and a stun goal.
Classic Satinel, now that we've written this narrative of Satinel.
Mm-hmm. And now if DeGrant really wanted to, he could surf this other goal here, but to do that, then... Well, actually, no. This is hanging pad Thai. It's got sidestep. So, yes. Surf that goal. Just go stand here and then... Boink. With the sound effect also, please. Or, I guess he could just go for the ball carrier, but where's the fun in that? I'll tell you where the fun in that is. Nowhere.
No, it's not even a single
Oh,
sound.
now he's just going to knock this piece down and pick up the ball. Oh, that's... No. Well, that's... Oh, actually. Is that happening? No, it's not happening.
That's not quite what...
That is... First of all... A fistful of donors got KO'd, which is sad news for everyone that loves a fistful of honor, and I think I speak for everyone here when I say most of us do. Unfortunately for DeGrant, the ball is gathered into like the the one place where there's actually tackles on the ball. Actually, there are a few, but pretty much there were some cases where it could have gone a lot better. Flip side, of course, is that how the fuck's Satinel gonna pick this up? He's not.
Very carefully.
Yeah, or not at all. Actually, the easiest thing might be, which is not going to happen now because DeGrant has already used his blitz, but to get blocked and then go stand on the ball to pick it up. That's a good solution. Other than that, things are a bit shit.
I also think that first past the toast should be first past the toast. Let's get down to business. No, first
Toast.
the toast.
It seems And seems like the thing Brits would complain about. Going like, everyone thinks we love toast just because we say first past the toast.
Yeah.
It's just a saying, you guys. You don't always have to give us toast before we do anything.
Yeah, it's like it's like how you break bread, but past toast.
Mm-hmm. It's a simple gesture, with a lot of heart. Oh no, what's happening here? Oh right, there was actually 2 tackle zones for Satinel on that ball. 2, Ethan, count them. 1, 2.
Ah ha ha.
And this, like, I mean, it's not going to happen, but in theory, hanging pad Thai could, if, no, well, not hanging pad Thai, but Hell Burritos could pick it up. Oh. Why? Okay. Yeah, well, okay, that makes sense. Holy shit, look at this. They call me Tetrasini just did a thing. Now it's probably going to go back and give an assist on hanging pad Thai. Because it is possible for this mummy to clear off the skeleton and then have hanging pad Thai just dodge in, pick it up. But that's not... Oh. Both down. Do you care about... Nope. Okay, so what he wanted to do there was clear off this goal because... Well, not that white, because that white's already done a thing. So I am very unsure what's actually happening. Well, both down didn't do a thing here because this is the mummy without block. Satinel does not have anyone in scoring position. He doesn't have enough players to waste one at being in scoring position. You know what? I don't think that was a very good turn. That's a push both down, but this is block mummy. Block mummy can take both down. So instead, a push happens, and now there's only one sidestepper on the ball. For Satinel, that is.
But
Attacker down pushed. Ooh.
Can he deal with this?
I don't know, Ethan. I just don't know. It's a very confusing time for all of us. More tackle zones on the ball. That makes it 3 for TheGrant, 1 for Satinel. I think so. He added this extra goal here so that I think hanging pad Thai could block the Hell Burritos, but I'm sure we'll soon find out. Oof. I think Satinel's pretty pleased about that because if he by some miracle manages to get the ball, he can. There aren't that many pieces in the back that can actually, well, keep up with him. Defender stumbles both down. That's not good enough. That means there's still going to be one tackle zone on the ball. So the question is get out the oats going to try and pick it up in a tackle zone, or just go, nah, that ain't me. Actually, he can't pick it up because he'd have... No, he can. He can go this way. Like, the scatter is risky, but on the other hand, he has so many more pieces around the ball here. And if he manages to hold on to it... Oof, wow. Well, actually, never mind. I keep forgetting because I'm getting mixed up on who's who. He's going to have to blitz this white away. Which he does now. He could if he'd wanted to. Try and pick the ball up, but he didn't. So... Satinel gets a shot Yeah.
Like Dynamodes, I know that's not how you say his name, but I like to say it that way.
That's a
He says it fits the game. Could you imagine it being a big scrum and you're not really sure who's on what side because it's just a load of skeletons?
holy shit.
But
That's
the
not
balls like
good.
that's bad for everyone involved actually, because that guy can't really get rid of the ball and he's way too slow. He,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
he's
Satinel, I think, needs to move. They call me Tetracine up into scoring position. He needs more pieces to be able to score. Now the mummy isn't like the mummy can't handle the ball, but possibly he can do a handoff to someone who can then run down and pass. But to do that, he needs to put goals into scoring position.
and by bad for everybody, I guess I mean bad for Satinel, because the guy
Yeah.
who's winning doesn't really mind.
No, it's like, well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'll just win 1-0 then. But I think it's like it is possible. You just have to believe. I'm trying to come up with a Disney song about miracles, but I can't think of one. So. Oh, dodging. What the? I am unsure what the plan is here. Other than knock down that white. Or up. Because now, like...
Please do not keep your whites pregnant.
Defender, like the only... Okay, no, hang on. Yeah, so he needs to... I think he needs to use, like... What the fuck? What's the... I'm so confused about this plan.
I don't think there is a plan here. And that's why you're confused.
No, okay, so no, what he can... Yeah, so he can try and blitz... What is going on? Like, am I missing something here? Why is this happening? Does he have a piece left that I've missed somewhere? No. Okay, so... But, hang on.
I've read the chat, so I know the secret to this and why you're getting confused. A phenomena is occurring.
Are you saying someone is crendoring it?
Yep. A mild case of crendoring.
I don't think this is a mild case of crendoring it, because this is the DemoBowl finals, and if you're crendoring it in the second half, then you're essentially throwing it away.
Oh.
This is probably the one case where crendoring it is not allowed.
It's only a mild case, like it's bad, but it's mild.
In what way is this mild?
You only did it this game?
he only did it the last turn?
Yeah.
Second last turn?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, well, to be fair to the actual phenomenon, though, it's not like you can crendor it in turn 3.
Well.
Oh, I had such a severe case of crendoring it last game. I started in turn 3 and then just didn't stop.
I gave the ball to my mummy, and I thought I had the full 8 turns to walk down the pitch, but I only had 5, and I lost. So you can crender it.
I enjoy this quite a lot because you can tell that Satinel is not enjoying the accusation in stream chat. You crendored it.
Crendered it.
Crendored it good.
Mildly.
I don't understand why you're so nice to him about it.
You seen this game?
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. He's still got a reroll left.
He does. He can make a sick pass play.
And then
Satinel, Ckrendor, Master General. I feel like if there's one thing I have contributed to the Blood Bowl community, I feel like it should be getting someone else's calling.
Getting someone else's name on a thing that you do.
What? I never Ckrendor it.
Check the tapes.
Teach the controversy. Oh, he actually... Oh, he tried to pass it.
He tried to pass it, but... You know what was really weird about that?
What?
That, like... The mummy did alright.
Well, the mummy just did a handoff.
Yeah, it was the other guy who was bad.
Yeah.
It's,
So, I guess...
Empty the arena.
Empty the arena. Which means that the DemoBowl final Season 5 ends with Crendoring it after a pretty... Like, it's a low-scoring game, but well played by both teams. Other than the mild case of Crendoring at the end.
Nobody leveled up.
Nobody leveled up.
Nobody leveled up.
No one was allowed to level up.
No.
Everyone was
But a guard mummy got MVP, and the sure hands ghoul got it too.
Well, goodbye YouTube.
Bye YouTube.